Let's talk about accountability today. So, one thing that we hear a lot when we talk about emotions and regulating and understanding our emotions is how, when we are triggered by something, when somebody does something that makes us angry or upset or scared or any of the negative emotions that we can list off, we're often told that it's our problem. Someone else's things that trigger us is something to do with us because it's triggering something within us. And while that is true, there can be emotions that you're carrying. There can be certain things that are causing that emotional response that you're getting to be triggered. There is an accountability factor to it too. So a lot of times, unfortunately, people take this the wrong way and then they give permission to the other person to act a certain way, to behave a certain way, to do certain things because they think, okay, I have to look inside myself because whatever this person's doing is making me angry. It's making me feel a low self-esteem or feel judged or feel rejected or whatever. Again, we can go through the huge list, but we have to draw a line where there's a reaction and a trigger and there's accountability. So just because someone else's actions or words or whatever they're doing does trigger you doesn't mean it's always okay and it's acceptable and it can be accepted. So what that means is, while somebody's words, actions, or whatever might be triggering to you, and you do need to look at why you're being triggered by what's being said, you also need to look at the situation, what that person is doing, and make sure that they are held accountable for what they're doing as well. So responding with the negative emotions, we try to control ourselves so we can respond more positively to any situation, but the situation does require a response. So instead of walking away and doing a lot of internal work and expecting it to be something that you need to deal with completely on your own, you do need to make sure when the situation comes up where you are triggered by other people that yes, you are doing what you can to control how you respond and react to things. You need to understand that yes, a lot of times whatever's going on, it's a them thing too. So somebody might constantly be carrying emotions of anger, and so they are always an angry person. They are triggered very easily. There could be somebody who's very anxious. And again, this is something that plays into relationships. Someone who has been through a lot in a past relationship might be very easily triggered in a current relationship. So a lot of times it's something that's triggered within you. It's something that is triggered repeatedly within them. And there has to be accountability on both sides. You do have to do work on yourself. You want to be able to respond and react to things from a clear mind and without an emotional response that you can't control. You want to start learning how to deal with those emotions, and releasing some of the negative emotions that you can be carrying with the emotion code sessions can help. And then you have to know when it's the other person's responsibility to respond and to act and to change what it is that they're doing. So it's a two-sided street, like everything. It's not a one-sided street. And sometimes that isn't always made clear when people are talking about how they are reacting or feeling reactive to what other people are doing. If you're interested in more information on emotion code sessions, go ahead and click the link in the bio, drop me a message, or make a comment, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.